I negotiated post-possession for myself. Of course, if I'm going to take care of my clients, I'm going to take care of myself and my family as well. We were able to negotiate a great offer on our house. We got a post-possession for 30 days. So Hey, how's it going? Thank you for joining me on this week's episode of The Real Deal. Hope you're having a great week. Last week was a busy week in real estate. I had two clients that purchased their first homes and had one client that went under contract on their listing. Let's go ahead and talk about my client that went under contract. My clients, Vanessa and Manuel. They listed this great 3-car garage home in Levine. And so originally the story with Vanessa and Manuel is they came to me a little bit over a year ago and they purchased their third investment home at that time. And they were able to get a good deal on the house. It was a great home. They remodeled it. They put a tenant in there right away. These guys have this great investment mindset. And this year we started a journey again. They wanted to look for their fourth property, but just because of the rising rates and the increase in prices, they weren't able to find a property that would cash flow them enough money in order to make sense. So then they decided that they wanted to sell one of their original 3 rentals that they had and turn that into a quadplex or a triplex. So they're going to take the proceeds from that and then go ahead and buy a multi-unit property, which is a very smart investment, right? They're going to take one door and split it into 3 or 4, and they're going to be able to produce the cash flow that they've been wanting to get. So very smart investment. These guys are happy. We were able to get an offer above list price. We just got done with our inspection period, so hopefully we'll be closing here in the next couple of weeks. Next, let's talk about my clients, Angel and his girlfriend Rosa. They closed on this home here. And so they originally, actually it's a really good story. So they originally came to me a year ago as well, March of 2021. I reached out to them through social media, through Instagram, and we had a conversation. I gave them some of the basics, but at that time they just weren't ready for whatever reason. Fast forward to this year, March of this year, we started that process again. And we were very fortunate to get them set up with this great program that worked out wonderfully for them. They were able to take advantage of the program that helped them cover their down payment and closing costs. And then on top of that, no PMI. And it's a really good option for the right client. It's definitely something that I like having in my arsenal for clients. I like to go through all the different options that I have available. And if I find that this program works for them, then I'll definitely set them up with a lender to take care of them. They're extremely happy. They're very, very excited to be homeowners. So congratulations again, guys. That was a huge win for you. Then I had my client, Jimmy, and his wife, Bird. And I've known Jimmy for a long time. Me and Jimmy, we go way back. We went to high school together. We were roommates together at one point. And throughout the years, I've seen his growth. And he's actually opened up a nail salon. He has his own business a couple years ago. He's been doing very well for himself. And then he ended up opening up an additional business that he's working on. And just, super business, driven person. And he's doing really well for himself. And this was the next natural progression for him and his family, right? This was the next step for them. It's like, hey, we have the business, it's producing, we're opening up the second business. Now we need some stability. And that was the key thing. When I talked to him, he said, I want some stability for my son. He's going to start going to school. They also had a very particular area that they wanted to be in because his older daughter that's in high school, she goes to school in Chandler. His shop is in the Phoenix area. So he wanted to find somewhere in between. And they found this great, beautiful home in the Ahwatukee area, great school districts. Super excited for this couple. Congratulations again, guys. Huge win. Great house for you guys. Couldn't have been a better option for you. So let's go ahead and shift gears and see how RIO's week was last week. And last week was actually a sad week. I'll explain. So not only did my son's Little League season ended. So my son, he plays baseball, Little League, and he also plays club ball. We did Little League just to get some extra work in, but they were short a coach. And I ended up helping coach the team. And it's not something that I would have normally signed up for just because it is a big time commitment. But I really feel that I had something that I could offer to these kids. There was a lot of training techniques and a lot of work that I picked up when my son, Isaiah, had been doing his training with other coaches. And the 2 other coaches that were on the team, they were coaches that my son had already played with in the past. So we knew the coach as well. And it was a really good opportunity. I said, hey, son, this is a good option for you. You'll get some extra reps in. So I helped coach and it was great. We went undefeated. We went 10-0, which was phenomenal. You know, we weren't expecting that. We had a division or a district rival that we beat, and we had always lost to this team. This team always was stacked with players, and we ended up beating them this year, which that to us was, you know, the highlight of the season, even over the 10 undefeated season, 10-0. Unfortunately, we lost in the semifinals. My son Rio, he pitched a heck of a game, but you know, we just didn't have the firepower, and then we made some errors, and unfortunately, we didn't make it to the championship. But neither did our district rivals, so it was kind of a win situation there for us. But overall, great season. The kids, they got together and they made us plaques, the coaches. So this was the one that they made for us here. And I put this on my story. I said, I don't just coach real estate agents, I coach kids too. Undefeated, great season, great experience for myself and my son. Also, another sad part is we were finally out of our house that we were in for the last 5 years. You know, I sold my house a little bit over a month ago, and I negotiated post-possession for myself. Of course, if I'm going to take care of my clients, I'm going to take care of myself and my family as well. We were able to negotiate a great offer on our house. We got a post-possession for 30 days, so we stayed a month after we sold our house to give us enough time. We're going through a transition right now. We're remodeling another house. Unfortunately, that house isn't done just yet, but you know, it was just a lot of emotions. We went out there today, actually, as a matter of fact, and we checked out after the cleaning crew came in and just wanted to see how they did, and it was just sad to see the house empty. This right here was
Let me give it the last and the dab.
Snap
Ain't
there.
going nowhere.
I saw a TikTok on that once, and I was like, you know what? That's pretty funny. That's true. Every time we ratchet something, we snap it. But that was the last load that I packed up, ready to go into storage. Then there was my daughter, Evelyn, here. We wanted to share one last memory with her. Nice. So we tried to make as many memories as we could before, you know, it was our last night there. Our last night there, I think, was on Monday of this week. And it was sad. It was a sad time because of all the memories that we had there. You know, the cool thing is that it's so close to the office and it's so close to our new home that we'll be able to drive by and see it. And that's a really cool feeling. Our previous home to that we purchased back in 2015 and we sold in 2017. We get to see it when we drive on the 101, and every time we drive by it, we're always like, hey, there's our old house. So this one, fortunately, is so much closer that we're going to see it probably every single day anyway. It backs up to a main street. But yeah, sad times, but happy and excited for the future of myself and my family. Anywho, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of The Real Deal. Stay tuned for next week's episode. Take care.